If you've been thinking about the Birdies patio raised garden bed, but you've been worried because some of the reviews aren't exactly favorable, not to worry. I have purchased, assembled, and filled 2 of them. And in this video, I'm going to tell you the good and the bad, and hopefully even put those worries to rest. Hi everyone, I'm Michelle and welcome back to my meadow. I'm gardening in zone 9A in Northeast Florida. I'm not an expert gardener, but I love showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and embracing the imperfection that learning to garden has to offer. If you aren't familiar with the Birdies patio raised garden bed, here they are here on my patio. The one on the left, I put together during a YouTube live. And frankly, it was a mistake because there are some special things about this garden bed that aren't so obvious at first. And in my hurry to get it out of the box, the instructions, which were on the bottom of all the materials, got ignored briefly. I put it together and it just didn't fit. After the live was over, I had to come back and really investigate and see what was going on. What you need to know is that on this bed, this is the short side, and this is the longer side. And it's a little easy to see when I put my fingers across the panels, but when you're just looking at it, you don't expect that, especially if you have put together a Birdies bed before, because typically the corners are symmetrical. So the first thing you've got to do is make sure that you're attaching the short sides together on each end. The long side attaches to the center panel. The next thing is when you're putting the screws in there, do not over tighten them. Just put the screws in just tight enough to attach the panels to one another, because when it's time to set it in the base, you're going to want to make sure everything fits all the way around. And you can see there's a little bit of a gap here on this end at the base and on this end at the base. And it says right on the instructions, you could have a plus or minus 50 millimeter difference because of the manufacturing process. So lengthwise, this base is plenty big to accommodate any of those changes. The problem comes in the width. And so once I got the bed put together, I could not get it back into the base. I tried and I tried and I tried. Finally, I just gave up and I filled the bed and I didn't think anything else about it. Then with this bed, I got a do-over. So I made sure that I did all of the tips that I've just given you. I put it together loosely. I pressed the sides together as far as I could. I made sure that it was in the base before I tightened it. And once I got done tightening it, it did not fit in the base again. And so I was really frustrated with this. And in fact, I was ready to make a video to tell you guys, maybe they've just got a manufacturing problem. And the reality is, I think they kind of do. I wish that base was just a little bit bigger, or that the panels were just a little bit smaller so it would easily fit in the base. But I figured out the secret. You can't fix it into the base while it's empty. You've got to fill it up. And once I filled it up, I was able to do this. When it was empty, this would just slide around. But once it was full, I was able to take a stick like so and just press and push those sides into the base. No, it's not a perfect solution, but it sure did make me happy to make sure that it was sitting fully inside the base. You can see how snug that is right there. And the package took a little tumble, so this one panel was a little bit bent already, but I was able to get this side in, and so now it's fully in the base here, and it's fully in the base here. Let me know in the comments below if you came up with a different solution for solving this problem, or if you have other questions about this patio bed. I even reached out to Epic Gardening customer service, and they assured me as long as I had the short sides together and that my panels did actually have a short side and a long side, that it would fit in the base. And I am glad that I listened and gave it another shot. And now that the weather is cooling off, I am really excited to get these raised garden beds planted out here on the patio as well. If you'd like to follow along with all the things growing on here in our Northeast Florida Zone 9A garden, you'll want to check out this video next. And until next time, my friends, remember to drink plenty of water, wear that high quality sunscreen, and as always, have a fantastic day.